we've been conditioned, both men and women, to focus mostly on the woman.
Okay.
And if you do that, it's going to fail. You're going to have major challenges, and eventually it's going to break. It will, right? Happy. Here's one. Y'all sure familiar with this. Happy wife, happy life. That's a lie. Happy spouse, happy house.
Ooh.
Both people have to be content in this thing.
There's nothing wrong with having trauma. We all do. You just need to do something about it. Come on, unpack your trauma with it. It's probably been a big topic for years, but just feel like it's been at the head lately. And so I wanted to kind of like attack that from a man perspective. Of course, when we hope you're watching, we definitely want to support you as well through this, but it's really focusing from the man perspective, how you can support us. And so I started to call this title, Helping Men Keeping Intimacy Hot. Yeah, hot. Yeah, that's still kind of like PG-13. I didn't go rate R, but but it's going to be great. So I'm excited. But not only he's my co-host, but today I'm actually going to have him as the guest. And this is Rodney Johnson. You've seen him on many episodes. He's outstanding. He's been doing, so when I started, he had his own podcast before as well, radio station, all kind of stuff. He's really been involved in helping couples in relationships. He has over 25 years of experience, so he's not a novice. And so he knows a thing too. I would say that. I would not have him on his program speaking as an expert if I didn't believe in that. Not only that, he went further in his education. He's a certified International Coaching Federation who certified him, the IFC. Again, he's known as a life coach, but he's one that specializes in relationships. And so I just thought this was perfect, and I told him the topic we're going to discuss, and he is all on board. We were sharing before we got started, how they have those certain boundaries in relationship, and he was sharing different stories of how sometimes why some relationships don't work, especially if we don't understand our roles. But we might get into that, we might not. But welcome, Rodney. What do you have to say, sir, for our episode?
Oh, good morning. I'm glad we're back at it, and definitely relationships has always been a passion of mine from a little kid. Everybody got their passion, the thing that they're calling, and definitely relationships is mine. That's where I've been at the whole time. So, and I've been helping people from kids.
Right.
I'm helping other young men my age how to talk to girls, even though I'm super shy, but I can help them.
So you like Will Smith in the movie Hitch?
Yes. Yeah, I was that dude. And I'm still that guy. Some of my coworkers call me the love doctor sometimes.
The love doctor.
Yeah, they try to call me that from that movie. I said, no.
Love doctor. He was called the love doctor.
Yeah. And so I've been called a relationship guru, and my thing. And some of the people like, oh, you think you know everything? I said, no, that's why I keep studying.
Ooh.
I said, no. When we think that we know everything, we stop learning.
Right.
So no, if you think you're a 10, then that means you're done. You're not going to grow anymore.
Right.
So no, I said no. I call myself a 7, so that gives me something always to reach for.
Love it. I love it.
Something always to reach for. So yeah, I'm continuing reading. I got tons of books, relationships. Some of them good, some not so good.
Okay.
But
you ever you have a favorite one that you like?
Oh, what I call my love Bible. Now, besides the Bible, because the principles are based on biblical. That's my background. But Man Leads.
That's the name of it.
Yes. Came out in 2015.
Okay.
A woman posted page 151 on Facebook, and that caught my attention instantly.
Okay.
There was a list of 14 things. Okay, before I go into that, many relationship shows now recently we see a change.
Okay.
But most stuff was geared toward women, anti-men,
Right.
and some billionaires and had shows and stuff like that kind of led that time.
That movement?
Yeah, they did. People were happily married, and then they watch a show and they come home bashing on their husband. And this is real. I experienced this in real time, and I was a late teenager at that time. It's like, and I'm hearing these conversations. I became a part of them since 17. because I was always vocal about relationships. I'm talking to adults, and I didn't even have just get into a relationship, but just liking somebody. So leading into that, that's what made me get the show in the first place to do my own thing. I said, this is so one sided. Are you really trying to help somebody? Right. That was my thing, right? So during that time, we've been conditioned, both men and women, to focus mostly on the woman. Okay. And if you do that, it's going to fail. You're going to have major challenges, and eventually it's going to break. It will, right? Here's one. Y'all I'm sure familiar with this. Happy wife, happy life. That's a lie. Happy spouse, happy house.
Ooh.
Both people have to be content in this thing.
That's good.
It's not one-sided.
That's good.
Here's another one we've been hearing since we've grown up. What's mine? This is the female talking. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Lord.
The relationship is about two people. So how both of our things are not both. Your stuff is my stuff, and my stuff is my stuff.
That's great.
And the movement of today, we see that. So when men make money, typically we start making money. We're looking at building a family, getting a wife and have kids and build. Our finances, everything is for that. But the modern day woman, and we know this is not all, but we're going to go into 80%, right? They get money, it's for them. If it's a wife already married, she started making money, it's for her. I've talked to many husbands. They said, no, that's her. No, she don't share her money. She got her own account. But he's still paying for everything. She's expecting him to do all the traditional stuff while she be modern. Wow. And that's why all of those relationships I'm thinking of right now, they're not working right. Wow. And all the men are saying the same thing. I'm just buying time here. They already gone. So that doesn't work. It doesn't work from a biblical standpoint, as I know, and it doesn't work in a practical stance. Nowhere around the planet. I don't care what ethnicity you are.
And that book you
Man Leads, thank you.
That a lot of that covered in that.
So I call it my Bible, relationship Bible, or manual for both the man and the woman. So this book was written, and the project was spearheaded by Roe. I can't think of her last name. And so she was living in Louisiana, I think, in that area at the time. So what she did, I can't remember the amount of time for the research. So the research, in order to be a part of the research, they interviewed 1,000 men of different ethnicities and nationalities around the world, not just our people, different people. So the qualifications to be interviewed, you had to be third generation D, where your grandparents stayed married, your parents stayed married, and now you're married. Because she figured in the research, if you have two other generations ahead of you, then you're learning some stuff from them. So that was a qualification to even get a part of this, and it was 1,000 men.
So is this the one, Men Lead?
Oh, that's it.
Women Follows, Everyone Wins?
That's it. Ooh. That's the book. So page 151 was posted on a Facebook page by a woman. And when I saw it in the relationship I was in at the time, I saw 13 things out of this list of 14 that I know was happening. I went, whoa, I need to get this book. So I did. And yeah, it's my go-to. It's so highlighted. I got stuff marking all kind of pages. And the woman who wrote the book, she got so much flack from American women at the time. Wow. So this was kind of pre-Kevin Samuels. He came up later. And she was even following him later. She said, see, this is the same stuff I was saying. A lot of stuff he was saying, this woman was saying. And they were calling her a traitor and all these things. And she was just talking about Americanized women and how, where's the femininity? She was talking about these same things. So page 151 had a list of things that it said do not do to women, to their husbands, or the men's in their relationship with. It talked about emasculating, disrespecting, making fun. I mean, it was a list.
I'm going to get this book. I was reading here. It says, she deals with traditional gender roles, suggesting that fulfillment in relationship comes when a man leads and a woman follows, even if she leads indirectly through femininity.
That's it.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the woman's greatest gifts is her power of influence.
I heard Tony Robbins. Again, I hate to drop their names here because like I didn't say it like that, man. But he also kind of kind of like show that it's okay to be feminine in the world.
Yes.
In the world of such masculinity.
Yes.
And that's not a step backwards.
No.
You know,
That's power.
Yeah, yeah. You use that as strength.
The
Yeah.
feminine part of a woman is power. It is that influence. And I've seen women in leadership roles stay in their feminine role, what they were created to do. And it's powerful. And they get results and response that the others don't get. Because one, okay, you're a woman and you're powerful in that. You're comfortable in being who you are and who you were created to be. And you still can lead. You can still be firm, but you can still be a woman and not act like a man. You don't need to act like a man. And the other part of it is being in competition. And that's something that the other movement created. We don't need to be in competition. We are supposed to work together. Right? That's how this planet works. That's how it's worked from the beginning, and it will continue to work that way.
I mean, you're saying good stuff. I mean, before you get to the question, I want to know, you say you've been known a long time, but first, why is it so important for you, relationships with men? Having men be successful in their relationships? If that makes sense.
It does. It does. It's important to me. And I believe that I've always wanted other people to be successful. I love relationships. I'm passionate about it. I could never see myself not being married. The Lord would have to tell me not if, something would happen and my wife, something would go wrong or something physically and I'm alone again. I know the type of relationship I want. And my goal is always to shoot for the moon. If we miss, we hit the stars. That's a saying I keep for myself. Yeah. So if you shoot high, if you miss, you're still doing good.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 100% no relationship because people are imperfect. So,
right.
There's a level of acceptance we have to have, a level of tolerance we need to have. And as we grow older, me being an older man now, then those things changing. I scribbled down something. One I should even say, well, I got stuff online. So tying the golden knot, you're tying the knot, but now since the golden bachelor and all these things, but tying the golden knot.
Okay.
Information for the marriage-minded, mature marriage-minded, something like that. I have a subtitle, but I'm thinking about doing something on relationships for the older group. Tying the golden knot. We're not golden years then.
A lot of folks are getting married in older years, and they're trying to figure out the game ain't the same.
Right.
How do you structure that? That's actually
So that's an idea I got on the table for that.
I would love for you to bring it to one of our shows.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But let me ask this. Okay, so we're talking about how to keep intimacy hot. Sometimes, at least when I was younger, intimacy I thought was like, let's get them clothes off.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
If they put it out, it'd be hot. They don't put it out, it ain't hot.
Right.
So, and, my lack of understanding, now I know intimacy is not about just physical.
Correct.
It's closeness. It's the things we did when we were dating.
Right.
Picking you up, opening doors, bringing you something home, writing you a poem, texting you I miss you, sending an emoji. All those things which caught the attention of the person we wanted because it was closer, revealing secrets, telling how your day was. And then sometimes when we get married, we forget about that as men. And we're like, man, we just want to go straight to the room and wonder why they're not turned on because we're not doing the things that created intimacy.
Correct.
Because intimacy starts before the bedroom. Correct. Right? So how do we keep that high? Because I hear a couple say, he used to write me poems, or he used to check on me, and now he don't, and so it just, and then he's like, well, she don't get it no more. I think it's both parts. So how do we keep it hot and make sure our needs get met? So that's my Let's starting that out. So maybe before we did, what are your suggestions? How can we keep it hot, men's? How do we keep intimacy hot in a relationship? And I got a follow-up question.
Okay. Well, what you said earlier alludes to everything. Okay. Keeping intimacy or that connection, I like to use too. Okay. With our spouse on the off times, because it starts just like before. Yeah. Think about, and I had many of these where you have those conversations. You used to talk to 2:00 in the morning. right?
Oh, we go to sleep on the phone.
Falling asleep. That's it.
Yeah.
Talking, having that communication, like you're saying, being vulnerable with the person, telling things that you might have not told anyone else. That creates that connection or that intimacy, that closeness emotionally.
Yeah.
It creates that emotional bond. So after we together at the honeymoon stage, the max they say typically lasts around 2 years.
Okay.
If you're doing it right, because it can die sooner than that.
Yeah.
Right. About 2 years. So after that, what you get in the daily routines. If you had children, you throw that in the mix, and then if you both working, then you got all these things. So you don't spend the time. So men, especially in the earlier days, we don't need much to be ready to go. Right. Most women could say the same thing. Say, no, he just be ready and drop it a dime. Well, one, we're interested in the woman. Think about it. We love women, and we're in the house with one. And we laying next to them. We see them getting dressed, right? We see them come out the shower.
We ready.
Right? We ready. Because we don't need much to get inspired in that manner. But women need more than that if there's a disconnection. So if we want to keep it hot, then we have to keep the intimacy part. So you can start that at the morning.
So they got to keep that in mind. Yes, you turned on physical, but remember, before you got physical with them, before you like, how you doing? You checked in first.
Right.
You didn't go straight to like undressing them.
Right.
And so I think that's the part we missed. We're like, well, I'm married to you. Isn't that mean we're close?
Right.
What do you think?
No.
Oh, I'm dating you.
You're in the same house and you're married, and we know that commitment is made.
Excuse me.
But to keep that level where you want to be intimate with your wife physically, you need to maintain that connection with her.
Okay.
And so that can start. Now, if it's something that just waned, then you can start in your day. Leaving this, it don't take much for a woman that loves you. If she loves you, leaving a little note on the bathroom mirror. Okay. You give you some stuff. A little note on the bathroom mirror. Say something in the car.
Game, I was about to ask. So
what's that?
You giving us game?
Yeah. This is simple. Leaving a little. You was thinking about her. You at the store. Now, this is a big one. Sometimes we don't think about that. Bring her something home from work. Oh, I stopped at the store and brought your favorite candy bar. It doesn't have to be expensive like people think. Oh, go to the supermarket and get some. You don't need to go to the flower store. They're costly, depending on your budget, but just some flowers. And if you really want to get deep, you take a little thing and pick some flowers. So I picked these out from a field. Oh, you just made the notch go up way higher. Just simple stuff like that. Something that she likes. Pick up a little something every payday. Stop at a little store. It doesn't have to be expensive for most women. Let me say that. You might have somebody that's a little bit different, so you got to work with who you're with. But the thought does count. But you can send a little text in the morning. Hey, you look beautiful laying there before I left there. See, that started getting her mind going. Yeah. Just checking in on your fine, but whatever. Yeah, I would say throw a little extra flirtatious stuff, kind of like you did at the beginning.
Right.
Even though it's your wife, act like it's not. Flirt with her like she's not your wife.
Ooh.
And this is something that I would just come up behind, like, oh, what you doing over there? Are you with anybody? Do it just like she's not there. I'm telling you, women, they love that stuff. Right. And you can. I love it too. It's fun to do. Get out of character and be somebody that you're not typically. I tell men sometimes, hey, throw a suit on. Oh man, your wife probably watched 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, please put a suit on.
Yeah. Try throwing a suit on this coming Friday. So he's going to put it on. So what we doing?
Cleaning your nails.
Yes, hygiene is huge.
Okay, thank you.
Hygiene is yes. Okay. Hygiene is huge. So you can look. Most people have nightstand or something by the bed. You can keep some mints there, a little breath spray, keep a little cologne, freshen up before you go to bed, especially if you want to play. Yeah. If you want to play when you get home from work, then go in the restroom, clean up. Now, make sure things are good, because if you're not talking to her, then you go right into the restroom coming in late at night, she might think you're doing something. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Just putting the real. Yeah. So you got to run straight in the house to jump in the shower, right? Yeah. Might think something suspicious about that. Yeah, right. Or hey, I
bought this stuff the other day. It's called some Crown.
Oh, Crown Skin.
You got that?
Oh, I put a king on before I came.
I just see get my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all shined up.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right. Crown Skin. Like
Crown
we give it
Skin.
throwing y'all plug in
Yeah,
Crown
yeah,
Skin.
yeah.
I got some King
Yeah.
on right now
Yeah,
before I left.
yeah.
My wife's like, "Ooh, what's that?" I saw that's it. King.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to definitely
And that's me having her on my mind.
yes.
And so how do I? And you said something too, which I lost. I've been married a long time, but I stopped doing that. But we went back to like last 3 years. I send emojis in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I find out always good morning, like some going like good morning thing with couples together. And just
Right.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Now, how much that cost you?
Uh, 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Well, now I go to make cut me because I'm looking for the right one.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But that didn't cost you
No.
nothing but a few time, and it can be a lot return on your investment, a big one,
Well, you
or
just
something like that.
well, and intimacy is just by time. They think most time we think at a home run, like at a take you to a
Big
party,
dinner, big flowers, and all this. No.
You know when you they you just try you make you made time.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that would be, if you keep up with the 5 love languages, that would be under quality time. The 5 love languages.
Okay. Oh,
that's another one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
the 5 love languages, and that's quality time.
Okay.
And that's a little simple thing. Well, now they've changed it a bit, so you might have to pay something to do a little test, but it's inexpensive to do, to find out what your wife and your love language is, because you want the wife to be able to, please you how you want to be loved, right? Just because I love chocolate cake doesn't mean my woman's going to love chocolate cake. Right. I need to get her what she likes, right? That's a mistake people make. Oh, I thought you liked that. No, that's what you like.
Yeah, I've done that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to learn, take time, listen, and learn the person you with. And that's so important. It doesn't cost much. So you need to know what she like. Listen to her. Ask questions. If you don't know what walking through, say, oh, what you like? What would you pick if you was doing that? Ask my wife that said, if money was an object, what car would you pick? What house? What kind of? You like them kind of countertops? Just ask simple questions so you'll know, and little small stuff. Then like, oh, okay, so I know I can just go get this. So what's your favorite flowers? If your wife like flowers, as men, we should know what they are. What does she like?
Right.
Okay, when you was younger, you go pick up the bargain stuff, then that's cool.
Uh-huh.
But you want to find out what she like. Oh, she like tiger lilies. Mm-hmm. She like stargazers. Right. Some of this just like, what's that? Yeah, that's a flower.
Right.
That's what she like. Wildflowers. Oh, I love sunflowers. So you need to know what she like. What kind of candy she like. This is something simple you can do. Get a little tiny little gift bag from Dollar Tree or somewhere inexpensive. Pull a little something, put her favorite candy bar in there, something, little trinket. That goes a long way.
I was trying to because she
yes.
told me something about some flowers she don't want.
Yeah, and you need to know that, right? Because you don't want to bring the wrong thing. So I'm allergic to those. Why'd you bring? I told you. You start going down that path. But you want to listen. You want to be interested in there. And I know some you thinking, well, hey, she don't know what I like, and we gonna get down that road because that's part of our position, and it covers that.
Say what they say?
Well, some of the men gonna typically say, well, she don't even know my favorite food, and I lived that. I relationship I was in, and I knew every restaurant, every food. I knew how to order her food, how she liked it, and it was detailed. She was very particular. That was better than saying very picky, but particular was a more better word. And I asked her one day, "What's my favorite food?" Because I started paying attention. It's like, you know what? This is all about her. I said, "What's my favorite food?" And she went on to name some foods. It was some. She knew I liked some lamb chops she had cooked in a particular meal. I said, "Oh yeah, that was really good." But that was something you like to cook. What is my favorite food? If you had to go get something that'd pretty much do it for me every time.
Oh, it was quiet.
Just like it was.
Oh,
she didn't know because the whole focus was about her. And I said, "You don't even know what my favorite food is." I said, "Let me tell you what yours is." And I went on to talk about the ribeye steak. I said, "Yeah." I said, "You want to cook it 4 minutes on each side, so you like yours medium rare."
You knew it like
that.
Oh,
I did. Oh no, it got funny. I went so long with this, we were laughing hysterical when I finished. Because I said, "Okay, let's go to habit." Oh, you like to get this salad. You want your tomatoes cut in half. You want to dress it on the side. Okay, let's go to this Mexican restaurant. You only want a spoon of beans on your I went like that. Every restaurant.
Dang. Okay.
And we were laughing hysterically. And you couldn't tell me one thing about me. So She thought about it for days, could not, got mad, actually started an argument like, I need to start writing stuff down. I said, what? All you need is a sticky note because you don't. That's what I told her.
Just pay attention.
Because you don't pay attention, you don't care. It's not about nobody else but you. So I live that kind of relationship, so I do understand. Uh, you have to communicate those things. Now, if you're married, you picked your mate already, so now you got to work with that situation.